Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra is set to deliver her first policy speech in Parliament tomorrow morning. This comes almost exactly a month after her predecessor, Srettha Thavisin, unexpectedly lost his job after a ruling from the Constitutional Court. CNA's Saksith with a preview of that speech.
In mid-August, Thai Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin lost his job at the hands of the Constitutional Court that caught everyone by surprise. Now, a month later, his successor, Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra, and her new cabinet are set to make their first policy speech in Parliament on this Thursday and to keep the surprises at a minimum. Any new Thai government has to hold a policy speech in Parliament shortly after they came into power, laying out in detail what they're planning to do and how they're going to achieve their goals, essentially clarifying everything they have promised, for example, during an election campaign. Given the sudden change of government, Ms. Paetongtarn hasn't had much time to prepare. However, one key message that she and her government have already been sending out is a sense of continuity. Not only have they emphasized to carry on the economic focus of the previous administration, but also to continue working on much of the campaign promises of the ruling Pheu Thai party.
นโยบายเร่งด่วนเช่นการปรับโครงสร้างหนี้การช่วยเหลือ SME กระตุ้นเศรษฐกิจแล้วก็ช่วยเหลือกลุ่มเปราะบางค่ะส่วนนโยบายระยะกลางและระยะยาวก็จะต่อยอดเช่นการต่อยอดอุตสาหกรรมเดิมการเสริมสร้างด้านการสร้างสรรค์และก็ซอฟต์พาวเวอร์ค่ะโครงสร้างพื้นฐานทางสังคมคมนาคม Aviation Hub ระบบสาธารณูปโภคและก็การพัฒนาคนค่ะ
One key issue is the digital wallet, Pheu Thai's flagship policy aimed at giving 50 million Thais essentially a one-time cash handout of 10,000 baht or about $375, most recently still slated for later this year. But officials have already admitted that there will be changes to the distribution, with so-called vulnerable groups first in line to receive it in cash as early as this month. According to a draft statement seen by CNA, the Prime Minister will also mention tackling high energy prices, speeding up free trade agreements with other countries and joining the OECD, a push to regulate cannabis usage, the developments of so-called entertainment complexes, including casinos, as well as a new, more democratic constitution. This is the first address by Ms. Paetongtarn to Parliament, where she and her ministers will be facing the grilling by the opposition and the senators from the upper house, who will be debating for a total of 29 hours on Thursday and Friday. This is also going to be Ms. Paetongtarn's first real test as Prime Minister. Now, after a whole year after general elections and already a change of government, Thais are still waiting for the government to tackle the essential bread and butter issues. Saksith, Saiyasombut, CNA Bangkok.